time states, as we approach the end of the season, bowl positioning, playoff spots, all on the table, but only if you find a way to win. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Auburn Tigers. 48 Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. On the move from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So Auburn's offense will get the first crack at it here. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
Making side adjustments here. Looking for a man. It's Knight. Fires to the big fella. Breaks into the open. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Let's talk for a second about Auburn. They've climbed into the top 25. Nothing has been given to these guys, but they're quickly becoming a problem for everybody else.
Well, they are, and they earned that number beside their name. They've played really, really well. The question is, now can they keep it? David, how many times in the past have we seen a team outside the top 25 finally get ranked and then get blown out the very next week?
And there's not a lot of difference between 25 and 45. A lot of times, so many people close together. So earn that ranking and try to keep climbing.
The LSU Tigers offense has the ball for the first time. And what a performance. An aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take...
Oh, he's going to go up top. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Leaves it with the running back. Hard running there. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. So here comes the Auburn offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to pass. It's Knight. Finds his man. It's Howard. He got loose. Almost housed it. Finally dragged down at the 32. They flex maxed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you... There he goes! What a tough-minded, hard-edged run. He gets it to the 24.
And a nice job by the offense picking up the blitz, understanding that extra guy was coming, and creating just a little bit of a hole for that running back to slither through and get some positive yards.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. First score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Fires to the tight end. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
To him at the 25.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
Back to pass, it's Holstein. He's got him. Still on his feet at the 45. Turns it on down the left side. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, LSU!
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands, right to him, and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive.
Oh, he's got some space. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
They get him on the ground, didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They're going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster.
And the ball is free on the pitch. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We played 1, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the 2nd. They'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking to throw, it's Holstein. Blasted as he lets it go. through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Got it in the middle. It's Broussard. That was a good read there. Not the biggest gain in the world, David, but take up the space they're going to give you in the zone.
Yeah, make it easy, man. Make the right decision. If he's open, get it to him, get some positive yards. Basically a run play.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It's broken up and almost intercepted on that shot to the end zone. It'll be fourth down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And with that, they've taken the lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that...
Turning it on! He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. He's got 99 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. On the option. The pitch. Touchdown Auburn. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking to throw, it's Holstein. Flips it out on the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He gets it out to the 28-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Takes it on the return. Makes a move. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So here comes the Auburn offense. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Breaks into the open. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts...
Deep shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Tigers.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. To the air, it's Holstein. Makes the grab on the left. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. On first down, here comes this offense. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Turns it on in midfield. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. LSU doing what it always does when they're really good, moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, trying to find that physical. They get so many great players across the country. LSU has the pick of people in Louisiana. Everybody wants to come there, and you can tell they always find great talent, and they're always able to run the football.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. Oh, what a caught! A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Big 3rd down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. Back to pass, it's Holstein. Unleashes to the end zone. Oh, it's picked off. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Quick toss. Got the 1st down. Looking for more. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Cooper. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. 3rd and short now from their own 48. He's looking to throw. Serious arm strength on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
And a nice play by the defense. 3rd and short, you're thinking run most of the time, but a really nice job playing tight on the wide receivers, playing the pass and giving no space for the offense.
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sideline. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Holstein. Snagged in the middle. It's Anderson. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together, and a fun first half between these rivals. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust his strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Just about set here in the 2nd half as Auburn about to kick it off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the 2nd half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with... It's here executing at a high level.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Caught behind the line. It's Anderson. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. Off the play fake. Fires one high and deep. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the stuff they hoped for.
And it's frustrating because you go into half and the coaches tell you what they want to accomplish. Listen, you've seen this the whole first half. This is what they're doing. Not a good job coming out first drive, trying to get some momentum created. Turn it over to the other team. Give them a good field position now, too. Not the ideal start.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Dropping back, it's Knight. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Might be changing the route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Lofts one high and deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Howard. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Looking to throw on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Now facing a third and long. On the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play. Auburn sends out the punting unit. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. The last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Looking to throw, it's Holstein. Fires left. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. So now it's second and long. They try to pop a run on the draw. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Durham. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. New set of downs after the completion. Grabbed in the middle, it's Anderson. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Gives it on the option. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Third down play from the gun. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Back to throw, it's Knight. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
He's got an open man. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Gonna run it. It's Durham. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Touchdown, Tigers! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They want to see if they can score the deuce. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Back to throw. It's Knight. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Offense gets set for second down. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's Anderson. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. That's reeled in, it's Broussard. There he goes. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
They bring him down. He's got a 1st down, but that might be the final play of the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Back to throw, it's Holstein. Caught in the backfield, it's Thuram. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start getting a little tough. It's the way. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. This kicker is going to need nerves of steel on this one. Huge field goal attempt could tie the game, and he'll have to make it through ear-splitting noise. down the boulevard. Fellas, we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. So here comes the Auburn offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the snap, it's Watson. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. On the direct snap, it's Watson. Finding open areas. He has the first and still on his feet. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Watson. They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the first down marker.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw.
Oh, he's got some space. They finally make the stop, and the defense out. Against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the roar of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. On the option, he'll pitch it. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a first down for this offense.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really...
Max going for the goal line. Touchdown, Tiger. And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he makes the extra point. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. To the air, it's Holstein. They're working that left side. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The Tigers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
The offense has got to find something here in the fourth quarter. You can tell pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot. Unsuccessful.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The defense will have to key on the run and try to get this ball back. They'll start this drive with a pass. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Direct snap. It's Watson. Now the toss. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. To throw, it's Knight. Gets it to the back. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive.
Man, this defense just has so much speed. You saw it on that third down play. The offense is trying to get a quick one, see if they can get a block and maybe spring a guy free, but the pursuit, wow, that was so good defensively.
2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Auburn sends out the punting unit. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play for these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this, in a situation, David, game on the line late, who's going to take it?
And you know when you make this play, you're immortalized. With this kind of rivalry, these are the highlights they'll be showing for years. Everybody will be like, I remember when so-and-so made that play against our biggest rival to seal the deal.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Lost a throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Durham. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got a first down. They're in plus territory, and they've got a chance to win the game.
Where's the defense on that last play? It's a 2-minute situation. You've got the guy making the catch in the middle of the field. You've got to tackle him in bounds and keep this clock moving. Somehow they were able to let him get outside and stop the clock.
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Dropping back, it's Holstein. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
No mystery here. Third in California late in the game. Defense knows they're going to throw it, so they're going to have a lot of guys back in zone coverage. He's these guys up front are going to be pinning their ears back. Quarterback better have the clock going off in his head.
And here we go, down the score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Converts on 4th down, still going. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. To the air on 1st down. Here comes the heat. Makes a man miss. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown LSU.
What a massive play by this offense. Man, you needed it. Great execution. Now kick the extra point, tie this football game up late, or do you go for 2? Do you go for the win? Do you try to take the lead? That is a you decision.
And he knocks it through for the tie here in the 4th quarter. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He might want another play. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Fires to the middle. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking for space. It's Durham. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looking downfield, it's Holstein. Got his man on the right. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
And that is exactly what you want from this offense. Take almost all the clock, execute, and now go out and take a lead by a touchdown. Great, flawless execution by this offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0.